Hello, good morning, mighty grade 8 Virginians. We are now discussing our third module this day. So listen carefully because I'm going to discuss the essential topic about factoring. Let's start. Let us begin our discussion for today about the common monomial factor. So we have two given here. So we're going to perform common monomial factor. Let us start with equation number 1. Example number 1 is n squared n minus n squared minus n. Okay. How to factorize this type of equation or this type of expression create a common monomial factor? The factor is we're going to look first at the variable which has a smaller or a lesser exponent. So we have n on 3 terms, so therefore we're going to get the lowest exponent. Here is n, and the lower exponent of n is n. And then we're going to divide it here. Okay. Remember, when we divide polynomials, we are going to subtract the exponent of alike terms. So n here, dalawa yung n dito, we're going to divide n na lang yung literature. Now what happens to this one, which has 1 and 1 exponent? 0 na yan. So no need to write n here. Then minus. So n here is nothing because it's 1 of 1, so 1, 0 na yan. But this time, it has n here. Kasi we're going to minus 1, and 2 minus 1 is n later. And then, this one, what will happen? Mn divided by mn is 1. So, that will be your common monomial factor for this equation. Kasi pag multiply mo yan, if you're going to multiply distributively, you will arrive on the same exponent or in the same expression. Okay? So let's go now on the equation or expression number 2. Your expression number 2 is 5x squared minus 15x squared y minus 15x squared y cubed plus 35x cubed y squared. Okay. Again, as we have done earlier, we're going to look for the common factors of the coefficient. This is 5, 15, and 35. So, what will be the common or the LCD of this? Of course, that's 5. Okay. Then, let's look for the exponent or the lowest variable which is the lowest exponent in these 3 terms, and that is x squared. Then for y, the lowest exponent is y. Then going to create this one. Then we divide. 5 divided by 5 is 1. This is x squared divided by x squared is 1. And this is y. So that is only 1 here. So when you divide this one, that's 1. That's 1. And what about this one? 50 divided by 5, and that is 3. Minus as a minus ng expression dyan. And then x squared, that's 1 only. Then y cubed minus y, and divided by y, that is y squared. What about this one? 35 divided by 5, that is 7. X squared, then x cubed, so that's x. And then y squared divided by y, and that is. So that will be your common monomial factor. On to our next example or next discussion. Remember, class, that in last week modules, we discussed about how to multiply special products. This day, we are reversing those lessons. This time, we're not going to multiply, but we're going to factor out those special products. Now, this time, we're going to discuss factoring the difference of two squares. Remember, as I discussed earlier in the previous discussion, we can say that the equation or the expression is in difference of two square when it contains two perfect square and separated by a minus sign. So the two numbers or two terms are a perfect square. Okay, sorry. This is minus. The two terms are a perfect square, but we're going to factor it in two terms. So that, remember that the factor of the difference of two squares is the difference of two sums or the difference of two numbers. Let's say the difference of two terms. or the factor of the difference of two squares is the difference of two terms. So this time we're going to factor this one. We know that n squared is a perfect square. Gawa tayo ng dalawang quantity. This n, i-divide natin siya as n. And 81 is a perfect square, and square root of 81 is 9. So therefore, the other one is plus, the other one is negative. See, the difference of two squares will give us the difference of two terms. Sum difference of two terms. Sum difference of two terms. Now, this time, what about this one? We know that 9 is a perfect square, and x squared is a perfect square. So we're going to divide this two, so we're going to do this two, 3x. Because 3x times 3x will give us 9x squared. And 16, that is 4. Square yan, di ba? And the square of 16 is 4. The other one is positive, the other one is negative. And this one, this is 16 minus x to the 4th y squared. We know that 16 is a perfect square. So that's 4 and 4. What about this one? X to the 4th is a perfect square. It will give you x squared. It will give you x squared. X squared, x squared. What about y squared? Of course, it's a perfect square. Give you y and y. It will be, this one's positive, the other one's negative. Okay, what about this one? Again, it's a perfect square also. 144, the square root of 144 is 12. So it's 12 and 12. B squared is a perfect square. It's b and b here. Now what about 169? 169 is a perfect square. Its square root is 13c. Because meron siyang c dito, c squared, 13c. The other one is positive, the other one is negative. That is, okay, have you seen the difference? There's almost number, parehong number sila. Nagkaiba lang nila, isa yung positive, isa yung negative. So that is for factoring the difference of two squares. That will give us the sum and difference of two